Wakili, the fact that a funeral anywhere is a proper platform for politics?
Nyamori, I don't think we should moralize this issue. Funerals historically are spaces where social and political issues are discussed, and it's not new in Kenya. We've had it since the pre-independence days. That even during the colonial days, our people would only meet if they could not hold public rallies. They could hold rallies. They would turn funerals into spaces to communicate. In my community, we say that if you are a night runner, then you will be buried by night runners. So definitely, what they can discuss there is night running. So this was a politician. To that extent, I want to agree with Senator Gloria that this was a politician, and his funeral was being attended by politicians. It was his last ceremony. I am sure where he lay, he was very comfortable with politicians discussing politics in his funeral, so long as they remained, they did not cross the line. And I doubt that the line was crossed here. Yes, there was, to the extent in which, Rigathi Gachagua wanting to appear as if he is, telling the crowd not to welcome the president and allow the president to speak, as if, he controlled the crowd. For me, that was a clever way of accepting the fact that the president came, the president spoke, and the president left. So, but in that respect, it was within the president's right to respond and mention that, I'm not going to ask for permission from anybody, and nobody is going to, allow me or not allow me to speak to anybody. But you could tell that even as Rigathi Gachagua spoke, the energy, the vitriol disappeared. And in my view, it was the aura of being around the presidency and being around the president that made the Rigathi Gachagua that we see on top of vehicle rooftops
Allow me to
simply collapsed.
You felt that he was a bit more measured?
It collapsed into somebody telling the president, I can actually work with you.
No.
The only problem is this young people you have with. I mean, he said that.
Before you said that, yes. Wakili, you talked about control and access to the mountain, and that the deputy president attempted to appear as if he's the one who's giving access to the president. Then how do you turn it to become that he's the one who's seeking to work with the president?
Basically, he, Rigathi Gachagua is a politician. He must have realized, if Rigathi Gachagua that we knew had control of that crowd, and he had President William Ruto for him to tear apart, he would have, smashed him to smithereens, okay? But here, he came, he realized that this is not my crowd. This is actually the president's crowd.
Wow.
The best that I can do is to appear as if I am the one giving permission to the president, okay? Because he knew that it is in the the crowd is eagerly waiting for the president to speak. So to appear as if he owns the narrative, okay? So my sister Gloria might,
No, Fred,
I'm coming to you.
I'm trying to check if I'm still in a political show or a comedy.
Believe that, but the reality is that President William Ruto, if you listened to Rigathi Gachagua and his hangabouts in the last 1 week, you would think President William Ruto would not even be allowed to set foot in Kolao.
Okay. Senator, you seem, I'll come to you, Madam. That issue of access and what kind of body language the former deputy president
We were
used.
all